Hello! We're here! We're live! From right here, from this OBS scene where my camera is pointing just a little bit. There we go. Much better. Hello, everyone, and welcome to DobbsQuest, Season 3, Episode 4-ish? Somewhere around there. For those that don't know what DobbsQuest is, this is DobbsQuest. Tabletop role-playing games. Basically Dungeons & Dragons. A little different. Got a little music going.
Less controversy.
Less controversy. And less simulation-y, more... what's the word? You know, where you're just kind of storytelling-y. That's the one. More story-heavy.
Story-driven?
Story-driven? Sure. Yeah, that's the one. Less crunch, more lunch. Joining me, as always, are three wonderful players. Narrative-driven. Yeah. Playing the part of the Elven Bard Serene, we have Daysnick.
Greetings.
The sneaky thief Glane, played by GameCube.
The software was closed because an error occurred.
And stalwart warrior Torgan. Introducing Lurking Turtle Gaming.
If this is your first time here, just know that I'm the favorite character, and if you have to vote on anything, you don't want me to do it.
Who gets to enjoy the nice warm tent while everyone else sleeps outside? Vote now.
That'll be fine.
Oh, okay. While everyone else has to sleep outside in the spider den. The general overarching story up to this point is our three heroes are searching for the remains or functioning remaining mana springs.
New Twitch. Who dis?
Turtle. That's not going to buy you any favors with the dice rolling. The RNG is neutral.
Couldn't hurt.
And ambivalent to your pleas. But thank you. The party is searching for these places known as mana springs, where magic flows into the world, usually in magically regulated amounts. And something has gone wrong, resulting in many of the mana springs now being destroyed over the years, broken down from lack of maintenance or otherwise. And as a result, the areas around those broken springs has been thrown into chaos. Areas where the local ecology has been thrown into absolute ruin. And so, in an attempt to reverse these effects and prevent it from happening further, the party is going through the entirety of the Ironlands, searching for these mana springs in hopes of finding enough remnants of the runes on the stones that create them to perhaps create a new one. And so, the current season finds our heroes traveling to the cold and icy wastes of the Shattered Wastes. They have not yet arrived. They are currently 2 ticks away from the settlement of Frosthaven, one of the last bastions of settlement of civilization on the edge of the Ironsworn or the Ironlands right before the Shattered Waste. Oops, all horseshoes. Last time, we had a little bit of a kind of side quest to rescue a few of the NPCs traveling with the team. Sadia and George. George being a longtime companion of the parties, joining them back in Season 2. A bit of a impulsive sort, but heart is in the right place. And Sadia, who they picked up basically on the side of the road a few episodes ago, half frozen to death, who is vaguely some sort of druid mystic with a focus on listening to the trees, much to the party's chagrin. And so, having rescued them, the party has received a clue that Sadia felt drawn to locate in some old ruins off the beaten path. And the party has found some sort of emblem, a leftover piece of something indicating presence of the Brotherhood of Shadows, the organization that Glaine himself once belonged to. And so the party is going to need to be on their toes, using every bit of wit and caution they have at their disposal. Any thoughts to add? That's our recap. It's like 5 minutes long. Like 5 minutes longer than it needed to be.
That's a tiff between myself and George. And
yes, we have a few
Sadia.
things. We have a few things to get to off the bat. The clash mostly between Glaine and George. George, the friend of the party, but kind of a little bit of tension developing. We rolled some dice last session and determined that there's some tension in that friendship or acquaintanceship. I'm not sure how close Glaine gets to anybody, really. He's a mysterious one. And the other thing is that Serene's going to heal herself at some point. Those are my 2 notes for session 4's beginning. So, we were going to resolve the test your bond roll, which already was a weak hit. Which is not the best thing. It's not what you really want to have in Ironsworn. Let's see here. Test your bond. So with this roll, your bond was tested through conflict, betrayal, or circumstance. Glaine rolled a weak hit. Your bond is fragile, and you must prove your loyalty. Envision what they ask of you, and do it, or swear an iron vow. If you refuse, or if you fail to do so, clear the bond and pay the price. So now it comes down to, is this relationship going to hold on? Glaine is proud, and so is George for that matter. So, first off, GQ, does Glaine have any ideas on this?
He just, all he asked was for him to communicate with the group if he was going to run off.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to think that he doesn't need to do that. So Glaine is over it.
He takes it as a bit of a slight. Oh, so Glaine is going to just like kind of wash his hands of the matter.
Silent treatment. Like, let's just get to work and work around each other.
Oh, all right.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to roll either way?
The test your bond roll has already happened.
Oh, okay.
For whatever that's worth.
Okay. I was just thinking I could aid an ally by trying to mediate a little.
It's true. You do have kind of the mediation.
This is specifically Glaine and George, not not
Yeah.
the entire party.
Yeah.
So this is just those two have stepped on each other's toes and are having a bit of a. So I think Torgan and I can narratively over time take some steps towards peacemaking.
We'll see.
That can be the plan.
Right.
We run into George's brother, Testrabond.
Testrabond.
This is my brother, Testrabond.
That's true. You have to pay the price, which the first bullet point of pay the price of the choose one is
Thanks,
make the
Al.
most obvious negative outcome happen. Second is envision 2 likely scenarios and then roll between them. Third is roll on this massive D100 table. But that's got some weird stuff like it's harmful, like physically harmful, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. But we could roll on the full pay the price table and just let the dice lead us where they may.
Like it.
So, GQ, why don't you go ahead and roll a D100?
Exclamation point. D100.
Exclamation mark, roll, space, D100.
Oh no.
11.
Turns out this whole time he was talking to a ghost, and he actually died in the avalanche of the building.
11 is you are separated from something or someone.
Sense.
Separated from Gary this whole show.
Well,
He can run off in a huff.
yeah, I think the most obvious thing here is that George
breaking up the
decides
party.
to yeah.
Oh no.
The things escalate. The argument kind of gets a little bit out of hand. A lot of puffing out of chests. And neither party backing down until finally George decides he doesn't need this. He's gonna just he's heading off. Yeah, this is my side of the caravan. Is he? Likely he's gonna press onto Frosthaven. You guys are almost there.
I want to try to roll a compel to get him to stay.
That is reasonable. Ever the
Like,
reasonable
no-
one.
I'm not happy with him either. I'm pretty upset about the whole situation, but at the same time, it's never smart to separate.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to try to impart upon him.
And it's not entirely his fault. He tried to do the right thing by trying to make sure that Sadia didn't run off on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but at the same time, he's old enough to know better than to separate.
He's what, 17 in canon?
That's all. And you know what? If we're playing by
canon, it's not
if
safe.
we're playing medieval, if we're playing medieval rules, like lifespan is like 30. Okay, he's like he's 2/3 the way through his life. Okay, he should know better. But he should be married and have 5 kids by now.
Let's start collecting Social Security.
That's
When you attempt to persuade someone to do something, envision your approach and roll. You are definitely going for charm, barter, pacify, convince, which is going to be a heart roll and +1 if you share a bond, which Torgan does share a bond with George at this point.
Is there anything I can do to assist at this point?
If you've got some ideas, that could create a mechanical benefit through an aid another roll. If you've got anything that you want to do.
Or I can hold my tongue for now, and then I can try separately to interact with George.
If it makes sense in this, unless something drastically changes between Torgan's role and Serene's, there wouldn't be a second role. Like,
He
until
is
the
enamored.
situation is different.
he is enamored with her. So if I were to fail, I mean, she could try to compel, but I mean,
Well, at that point, it would be his sister and I following him and trying to calm him down.
I personally don't feel he has a right to be angry, but at the same time, I'm not trying to keep him from, feuding with Glenn. I'm just trying to keep him from separating.
We're trying to end this family feud.
I would like to roll a Lucky Masterson, please.
Lucky
I
McCoy.
understand what
McCoy,
the kid-
thank you.
I understand where George is coming from. He feels he's being targeted when he made an effort to do the right thing. And now while there's merit in the actions he took, it probably wasn't the best course of action, but he's also young and still inexperienced, and
Yes, but-
it's worthwhile for us to be patient with him and work through this.
Yeah, but it's the equivalent of saying it's cold out here, so I set him on fire.
Right. Yeah, it's a valid strategy.
Shiner Max still exists? What?
Hi, Shiner.
Yeah, we were the other day. It had been like exactly 1 year since his last time talking in his own Discord, and so we all kind of had a little party. So, oh no. Oh, look at all this outpouring of support. All right. So you're gonna make a compel roll?
Yes.
All right. That's gonna be at a +4, which is pretty good, all things considered. Bop. Bop. Dog Wagon Wednesdays are making a comeback at Applebee's. All right, here we go.
Love it.
That is what we call the old Torgan success right there.
Oh, okay. This is good.
Yeah, yeah. I know how that goes. What?
I'm gonna. Should I talk to him?
Yeah. You say your piece.
Okay. Listen, George, very mystical name, by the way. Listen, man,
Spelled
I'm
mystically.
not happy with you that you did this. You know, I understand you're trying to do your best. You know how Glenn is. He's kind of a loner, but you know he also has a soft spot for you. It is his heart because we came and rescued you from that crumbling place that Day took down. That Serene took down.
Glenn knows a thing or two about soft spots in people's hearts.
That's why he carries all those rocks. He has a rock with your name on it. Remember that. So why don't you just stay with the group here and we'll try to talk this through.
Well, despite your speech, George decides that he is going to stay with the caravan. So that's a success in my book.
Serene just kind of rolls her eyes at Torgan and is just like, George, come sit with me and your sister. Let's help me with these bandages and let's... Well, I have some thoughts. Like, I understand that where Glenn is, but, like, you did your best and it's really Sadia that the boys should be mad at. And honestly, I'm the one who got hurt, so they need to sit down and shut up.
Blade overhears and goes, I am mad at Zadia.
My bond is being tested with Serene. No, I'm kidding.
No.
How dare she? How dare she disagree with who I should be angry with?
So, come here. Let's talk this through. There's some things I'm not sure you quite realize, and you don't understand kind of why Glenn's on edge based on that token y'all found. I'm not sure you understand the backstory. It all happened before you joined us. So I think there's some things you need to know. Let's sit over here in the quiet, and I need to fill you in on some things.
What things are filled in? And, well, I guess what is concealed? If anything.
Well, I imagine they've heard the story about the fish rot, because that's when she would perform. So she can tell him about, you remember that time that Glenn almost died while we were running from some bad guys on the islands and ended up almost getting drowned by the fish zombie? Remember when we told you that story? Okay, well, that emblem means that same group of bad guys is operating in this region. Those people basically have they have a hostage against Glenn. They have a lot of backstory, there's a lot of history here, and he's going to be very on edge for a little while, and we all should be, because these people murdered entire boatloads of seasoned sailors on a whim.
And horses.
And just so many different things. This is serious and very heavy and very dark. And I just need you to understand that, you know, you're one of 5 people who know what our mission actually is, what's actually going on. Like, you have to understand that you're kind of important because you're part of this very exclusive quest, and you're one of the few people who knows what's going on. I'm glad that you tried to take care of Sadia. I wish you had, came and gotten us and we could have followed her. It wouldn't have been that hard to track her in the snow. But, like, I'm proud of you for trying to help her, and that wasn't necessarily wrong. But I think, given the circumstances, I probably would have preferred you make a different decision.
Yeah. But,
That's very
Serene,
compelling. I'm compelled.
Yeah, Serene says her thing. It says her piece. George is still a little bit huffy about Glenn in general. So, I mean, it's not going to pave that over. But, of course...
I think he understands now.
He doesn't hold ill will towards you or with Torian at this point.
Yeah.
But,
He just needs to understand. There's
maybe in
things that he
time.
just doesn't know.
Yeah.
He'll get over it. His ego's wounded, but, that's fine.
It took a strong hit.
It's that thing.
All right, so at this point, we are still 2 ticks away from Frosthaven, which means we have to make a very dangerous maneuver, which is we have to roll the dice.
Ooh. Do we do that here?
That goes so well. Yeah, you guys are still. I mean, you can technically, make the reach your destination move now. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Mechanically, it wouldn't be a super wise idea.
I'll go ahead and take the, we settled down for the night.
Mm-hmm.
We had time to have our little argument, work it out, take guard shifts, go through the night. It's morning, it's time to go.
Wait. I want some momentum, so I want to make camp.
I mean, we caught up with the caravan. They'd kind of already made
We did.
camp.
Oh,
Specifically, we specifically did at least make that
Okay.
So,
mentioned.
yeah,
Oh.
and we are at full supply, so we can't do that for momentum.
There is one other thing we could do. A heal check for Serene,
Oh yeah.
who is kind of currently in rough condition.
And I was having Lucia and George help me with the bandages, so...
Do you want to try to secure an advantage there?
Yes.
Let's see here. So let's see here. Using Lucia and George, getting their help on this. That would be loyalty. We'll go with loyalty to see if you can get an extra bonus on your heal check. So we're gonna do +2. Yeah. Like, it's not gonna be your insight. It's there, so it's like you're using your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wouldn't have made much of a difference anyway. That extra +1 would have still netted you a miss. Uh-oh. Attempting to get help from George and Lucia does not go great.
Apparently not.
Why? Let's ask the Oracle. Oracle, why in the world did they... let me get an action theme. Begin barrier.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
it's an emotional barrier that George is putting up.
Mm.
He's not cooled off on all this. Like, although he doesn't hold any ill will, he's still in a bit of a huff about things. Not in a helpful mood.
Well, I also did point out that I was the only one who got hurt in the adventure, and I'm asking him to help me with the bandages, so there might be some kind of guilt.
It's a sore spot, and Lucia is trying to kind of like tail George and kind of keep him out of trouble right now, which he's not really thrilled about that either. Like at this point, he feels like, you know, he's getting a lot of blame, and you know, he was trying to do a good thing, and like now he's just seeing a lot of the effects of what happened as a result. So you do not get help from them. And do you?
We might lose some supplies.
Well,
That would make sense.
I
If,
was
like-
either supply or spirit in this case. And spirit you can shrug off with a good roll.
Yeah, that would make sense too. Yeah.
So let's do a endure stress roll here. A little bit of stress damage, ding, on Serene there. Just minor, but Serene can roll spirit to endure it and maybe shake it off completely. Just water off the back. Just push on. Okay, weak hit. Which basically means you do, in fact, lose the 1, and that's it.
Alright.
All right, not
That's
bad.
fine.
Not great, but not bad. You get spirit back pretty well as with your bardic skills.
Mhm.
Healing, though, is going to be on your own.
That's fine. I still get pretty nice bonuses.
Well, yeah, with your assets. You do not get your wits bonus. You are going to be stuck healing with iron. Because you're mending your own wounds. So you'll be starting with a +1. However, you are an herbalist. You have herbalist bonuses. When you attempt to heal using herbal remedies and you have at least 1 supply, you get an extra +2 on your roll. I assume that's what you're going for.
Yes.
And I believe that is all that you get, really.
At the moment, yes.
All right, that will work. +3 for Serene. So, Serene.
Mm.
Yep, the dice aren't doing well by me tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to waste momentum on that? I would get 2 health back.
Yeah, you'd exchange your momentum for the health. Also, as an herbalist... Oh, wait, no extra bonus there for herbalist.
Do I want to waste momentum on that?
Yeah, it's basically you're buying for 8 momentum, you're getting 2 health back, getting back up to mostly full. Or something bad happens.
Something that hurts.
I mean, it's ineffective. We lose supplies.
We pay the price.
Yeah. There's a couple of things that would make sense, but... I mean, there's bumps and bruises that she suffered. So
Right.
it's not like, oh no, it's suddenly fatal. It doesn't make any sense narratively. I feel like we're gonna have better uses for that momentum.
Ooh,
We'll just-
okay.
We'll deal.
All right, why don't you go ahead and roll a D100? Let the dice
Uh,
decide.
I knew it.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay the price here, the old-fashioned way. 2. Let me just copy paste this in the chat.
Didn't you say that like a 0 or 100 was like instant death or something like that?
No. Roll again and apply that result, but make it worse. If you roll
Oh.
this again, think of something dreadful that changes the course of your quest and make it happen. All right. So go ahead and give me another D100 here.
Make it worse.
Make it work. All right. So do whatever the dice say, but worse. 27. All right. Something of value is lost or destroyed, but worse.
Someone of value is lost or destroyed.
No! You can't do this, GQ. Ooh. Something of
Bye,
value.
George.
He died.
He died trying to heal
Alright,
you.
let's see here. Let's see if the oracle has. Is this? Let's see. Something of value is lost or destroyed.
Serene has lost her ability to read.
Oh wow.
But there was time now. That was
It's
Or
unfair.
with those,
that
with
was,
those
a, that was
deep
a
cuts.
very old reference.
It's not fair.
Oh, the kids love the Twilight Zone from the 60s.
I got it from Family
yeah,
Guy.
Yeah, the cool people.
Well, that's good enough.
Okay. Let's see. I don't like what I rolled on action theme.
Well, you don't have to tell us what you rolled, and you can roll as many times as you want, and we'll never know the difference.
Well, okay. I don't like what it implies as far as for the current state of the quest.
And team wipe.
Well, no. I would need to keep it a secret for a bit.
Oh.
It's like something bad happened. That, like, we could eventually reveal and say, oh yeah, that's all because of that roll back in January. That's why this is all happening.
It was all a dream.
No. No.
Inside of a snow globe.
This kind of does work. Like, it's pretty bad. It is, in a sense, something lost. All right, yeah.
Also, remember, this was just a heal check.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
like, we can sanity balance that for narrative purposes.
No, I like it. I like
Okay.
this, in a sense, so no. All right, I need to make some notes here. All right, so the healing did not go great, unfortunately. Just we don't have all the stuff we need right now. Serene's gotta, she needs to do some gathering of herbs, and the bandages are running low after all that mess in the ruins.
We don't have a lot of bandages, but we got plenty of ham.
Serene's a vegetarian though, so can't have any of that.
That's why it was bad. It didn't work. The bandages are soaked in ham juice from the cart.
It's like me and Christmas presents. I can wrap a Christmas present, but I use way more paper that's necessary. So I used all the bandages when I healed myself. Now they're all gone.
Dobbs, I'm just gonna go on record as saying I don't like this.
What? Just because I'm having to write a small paragraph to remember why this is all going on? Okay. Anyway, let's get on to an adventure. Undertake a journey.
Serene's not feeling well, so she's taking a nap in the back of one of the carts.
That's probably a good idea.
I'm still with the reins because if I'm driving, people have to leave me alone, or so I hope.
Ooh, yeah. On the whole, mechanically, all the spirit numbers are kind of high, but narratively, morale is a little bit shaky right now. So we'll see if that holds out. All right, so Glane is going to be handling undertaking the journey, so he gets a +2 on this roll, which is decent. A weak hit. That's actually not too bad. That just means that you do advance, but it dips into your supply, which is already very high, so that's fine, honestly. So you guys are now at 9 ticks of progress. Do you want to roll for reaching your destination now, or do you want to wait until you get to 10? Totally up to you guys.
I say we go for it. What say everyone else?
To be fair, it's pretty much the same roll. If it fails that we're there, then that's bad. If it fails that we made a tick, that's also we're not going to make it there. So.
Well, remember, it rolls on 9. It rolls on progress, so it would roll on a 9, not on any number that any of us are generating from our stats.
Yeah.
So it's a safer roll, as like air quotes, safer than making a undertake a journey.
Yeah. Fast travel.
All right, we're gonna try it. We're gonna reach our destination now.
Yes.
It is very rare that we attempt this without a 10. This is a special rule. This is the progress roll. Instead of the party rolling dice and adding bonuses, instead we use the number of ticks on the progress bar to determine success or failure. So basically we just say that we have rolled a 9 because we are 9/10 of the way on our journey. And we're just going to roll 2 challenge dice and see if they both if a 9 manages to beat both, then we've got a strong hit. Beat 1, weak hit, miss on both, and ooh, who knows? Let's see. No pressure or anything.
Dobbs is trying to kill us tonight.
He's
Well,
going very badly.
That would open up another night for Minecraft.
He's done with
I like
DobbsQuest altogether.
I like it.
Oh.
Not the worst, but
It's a weak hit, it's fine.
hilarious
This is-
that 10 would have made the difference.
This has happened before. I mean, we've come into
Yeah, yeah, it's not the-
civilizations that are
Not the first
in
time you guys have
turmoil.
done a weak hit on a reach destination.
The trees have been concerned. The trees are sick. There's probably some kind of there's the city's probably not doing great. If there's a blight upon the local environment, that stands to reason.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole oracle just for settlement troubles. All right, so let's see here. On a weak hit, you arrive, but face an unforeseen hazard or complication. Envision what you find and ask the oracle if unsure.
there would have been a problem here no matter what. Let's be honest.
Oh, come now. Yes, Oracle, command idea. That is what I'm doing to you. Come on, roll better. Let's see here. Come on, roll. I wish I could roll like 50 pairs of action themes, just one after the other, just skim them very quickly. Instead of click, 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 click. Come on, give me something good. And and a quest during a quest. Why not? You know what? The settlement trouble would probably be the best oracle to roll in this situation. Roll twice. Isn't that great?
What did you do to the bot? Why do
That's not even my
is,
bot. That's its own website.
Everything's just roll again,
Yeah, seriously.
but worse.
Yeah. Why not? Let's see here. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Dang it. And yet, All right. Well, welcome now to Frosthaven. Oh. It's unrelated to them.
He's trying to kill us.
Yeah. Welcome to Frosthaven. Boom. That's a image from Google.
Nice.
Yeah. Frosthaven, a friendly community.
See my house from here.
Yeah.
Covering the dice, but whatever.
A lovely place to seek refuge in the cold north. The last bastion of civilization separating the Ironlands from the deep cold stretches of the Shattered Wastes. And it's on fire. You like that?
They had a fire at their Golden Corral.
It's on fire. This
Yeah.
place is so cold. Not anymore.
So pan the camera, if you will. Frame the camera facing the traveling caravan as they march towards the camera. Zoom in now on the travelers, on Serene, Glaine, and Torgan as they talk amongst themselves about being excited to finally get somewhere warm and get out of this freezing cold. Because gosh, it would just be nice to really soak in the heat of a nice fire.
Be careful what you wish for.
And now, smash cut to flaming, heavily wooden construction city. Anyway, I'm sure it's fine.
Can you put some fire on that picture? Is that
just visualize.
Serene kind of peeks over the top of the cart she was napping in, and at the sound of the commotion, blinks a couple times.
Here we go. I got just a thing for you.
Looks around for Glaine and is like, "Hey, Dagger Boy, how much you want to bet we know who did that?"
That's perfect.
Isn't it?
That's you can't even see the background.
No.
That's the smoke.
The glitchy GIF.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Hey, Dagger Boy, do you have any guesses for what's going on over there?"
Wouldn't you like to know, Dagger Boy?
Let's just not stop here. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's our next destination?
A little bit of that.
We're just driving by a car accident right now, you know? That's a shame.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Got it.
Glaine has his eyes on the road. You know, it's like a car wreck. You just can't look away.
Keep going. Yeah, I mean it's fine, right?
I turn to them and like, are we really going in here?
Do we have a choice?
Totally, we do.
Do you though?
We're not firefighters.
I don't have a bond with these people. Or marshmallows.
That's true.
I can't cast water, so normally that's something a bard would be able to do, but not in Ironsworn. So.
I mean,
Is this the place where the mana spring is, or was this just where we were?
As far as you know, it's the Shattered Wastes, and you were hoping that here at Frosthaven you would be able to gather some information about, you know, where to go from here. Hey, anybody heard of any places of importance this a ways?
We look pretty busy.
Hey George, I got something for you to fix the problem from before. Go put that out.
Just go.
Take Sadia with you.
Oh,
The tree!
That's the tree
probably
there.
losing her
Yeah, that whole place is made of wood.
Yeah.
I didn't say it, but she's probably losing her marbles.
Way to go, Day.
Let's not throw fuel on the fire, so to speak. Let's not deal with Sadia right now.
Well,
That's fire.
let's deal with Sadia. She's just gonna run screaming about trees straight into the inferno, and we're all just gonna shrug and be like,
That's fine.
what next?
That's fine.
All right, so here's the thing. Like, this is your next source of, like, this is your next waypoint in your adventure is, like, seek some help from the people here of Frosthaven. And right now they're dealing with their own problems. Bucket brigades can be seen, like, you know, scattered about, people evacuating.
So I'm just gonna turn to the wagon master, like, what do we do?
We're gonna have to help.
So there are some options for helping. So this is not exactly the time to make a sojourn roll.
Can I compel the fire to stop?
Congratulations. Okay. It worked. Incredible. So normally, upon arriving in community, you would seek assistance and roll heart. That's not going to fly here. All right. Basically, two ways to handle this. We can do kind of the micro game of actually, you know, going in, finding specific things to do, or we can kind of do the fast forward move in this game, which is typically used for combat. And it is, where is it? Here.
We're fighting the fire, literally.
I mean, kind of. So the idea, this basically fits with the Ironsworn engine. This is kind of how every move in Ironsworn works, is pick which skill applies, roll. If you get your strong hit, you did it. Weak hit, you did it with a cost. Miss, no, and things get worse. Like, that is how every move in Ironsworn works. So we can basically do a help the town move if we want to kind of combine that into just one good luck, can you do it kind of roll.
Sure, and have me do it, because I have 10 momentum.
What's the consequence if we don't?
The consequence is Serene loses her momentum.
Well,
I mean, but there's always that chance. I mean,
yeah,
double tens.
Yeah, Turtle's got it. There's always the chance of the double tens. That's happened twice in a row in one case. The
And
double
it's happened
tens.
a total of 5 times.
We've had 5 consecutive tens.
I mean,
I'm sure that won't happen this time. Because
Blaine would like to perform an action.
what action would you like to perform, Glenn?
Because there's been such recent discovery of Brotherhood activity in the area, I would like to discreetly scramble up a wall that doesn't happen to be on fire. And just kind of look over the town and see if I can see, like, there's some people putting it out. There's some people running. Are there people doing any of the anything else but those two things? Like, are there people making it worse? Are there people getting somewhere they shouldn't be? Like,
I will
is there
allow
something
you
working?
to kind of do your investigative role after we decide, you know, are we doing a single battle move, basically?
Yeah, if we don't, then that's what I want to see if I can be like, that person's doesn't fit in.
Yeah. I want to resolve battle first, and then in the middle of that somewhere, the gather information roll can take place. Yay, nay?
I see that we just kind of have to help the town.
All right. So Serene, if you're going to be the one kind of in charge of the role, what is the general plan here? Describe what Serene does upon seeing this disaster in place.
I'm going to take. I'm going to step forward, look at the wagon, tell the wagon master, circle the wagons outside the town, put the animals in the middle, and see if you can start help, like able-bodied people come help. Come with us. We're going to go see what we can do to help. Grab some buckets if we have any. Anybody else, like the animal tenders who can stay, like do what you can to help people who are evacuating the town. If we have any supplies left, whatever, do what you can. And we'll take a group of people and approach the gates and just ask the first person I see, hey, we just got here with a caravan. Where can we help the most? Got a group of able bodies. What can we do? First person looks like they have an idea what's going on. Some kind of guard, captain, need type person I'm hoping for.
Okay. In the interest of giving you every advantage we can, we're going to make this count as wits. Tactical approach. Distributing able bodies where strategically most helpful. And here we go. And you still roll a natural one. It's a weak hit. So
fire up the front of the dice.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see the dice.
You don't need to. There you go.
It was against 210s. You lose. No, the seat's on fire.
That's fine. On a weak hit. No. Momentum. Do it.
Burning the momentum.
Burning.
Okay.
Literally burning the momentum.
The first person we talk to is scattered and panicking and has no idea what the hell is going on. Okay. But he manages to point me at somebody who is more in charge than him. Okay. Second attempt. Yo. Hey, we just got here. What can we do to help?
Crazy. Momentum rolled you right into leading the team. Strong hit.
Yay! First try.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. In Charge person. Where do you need us?
Yeah. So you are, your help is immediately helpful and noticed by the townsfolk. Not exactly your intent, but a lot of important people in the community are seeing these strangers come in and immediately risk themselves in helping to protect the town.
On a strong hit, oh no, I don't get the momentum because I had to use momentum.
That's a sojourn if I've ever heard of it.
It's not a real roll. It's not a real move. We're kind of sort of piggybacking off of battle, but what we are gonna get, however, that I will allow in this case, is basically a free bonus of a +1 forward on the sojourn move, if that's what you're planning on doing.
We'll need to do that once the crisis is under control.
Yes. However, before that, Glane wanted to go, while he's helping out, he's got some ulterior motives here. He's suspicious. This is not the first time that a burning town has crossed his path. Same with Torgan, really.
No!
Yeah.
Too soon.
Well, it's the same town. And it's suspicious, especially after what you just found in the ruins. And so Glane wants to kind of look around while you're definitely still helping out, of course. But he wants to kind of get an idea of what's going on here. Is this foul play? And so he's going to be gathering information. He has a wit score of 2. So he gets a +2 on this roll. And we get... well, Glane, you have exactly 7 momentum. Just enough to turn this into a strong hit if you'd like.
Because it would affect the story, I'm gonna do it.
All right. Momentum is reset, and you get a rebate off of that because a strong hit on Gather Information nets you 2 momentum. So you only spent 3 to bump that from a weak hit to a strong hit. So, well, I guess effectively 4 because you would have gotten 1 momentum on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The important thing is you discover
gave that to me
something.
instead of Glane.
Oh, whoops! Did I? Oh, the bonus. Yeah, I dropped him to 2 and then bumped you back up to 4.
I mean, you can leave it that way.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
fine with that. But...
I'm sure. You discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn and take 2 momentum. All right. So, Glane, you are keeping your eyes peeled during all of the fire, the excitement, everyone running around trying to protect the buildings, make safe the people, salvage whatever can be saved. And something does seem odd about all of this. Something at first you don't have exactly an idea of what is triggering the alarm bells in your head, but looking around, you know you've got just this sinking feeling that just the way this fire is spread out, the type of damage it's doing to specific buildings, this has the Brotherhood's fingerprints all over it.
Coordinated arson.
It seems like it. And as far as details beyond that, you're going to have to do a little bit more sleuthing. But at this point, you are convinced this is exactly the sort of way that that the Brotherhood would be trying to make something go away.
Possibly us?
Possibly you.
Do I sense any buildings where they would either be trying to free up of guards to draw away, or a place that's not on fire that would have something of value that could be looted during this time?
Your guess, just based on your Brotherhood insight of being a man on the inside at one point, this doesn't seem like a diversionary tactic to take something. This is more along the lines of something they would do to let's see. Do you know much about what happened in Mornbridge? I guess you were never given the details of what was going on. You were given key instructions, exactly which buildings to set fire to, but you didn't really ask questions why back then. You knew that you didn't want to, but the full details of, what were they doing, that information wasn't really provided to you. But putting together what you can, it doesn't seem like they are trying to... It doesn't seem like the fire is part of any elaborate heist.
It's fear tactics.
It's something.
The fire is the goal. They're trying to wipe something out.
Yeah. It wasn't some multi-step process. It seems like whatever they were planning, it was basically fire, and then success is like one step later.
Is there any way to...
Go ahead.
All right. Is there any way to suss out or notice if the goal is to burn something down and destroy it, they're probably watching from somewhere to make sure
Possibly.
that it gets done. Can I notice or see a good vantage point where the show is being watched from?
I mean, you guys had a front row seat coming into town. You could basically see the whole town burning.
Because I'm trying to find where they are. Because they're around here somewhere. They're not just going to burn it and leave.
I mean, so you think. All right. That is the extent of that. The town is, for the most part, extinguished. A few small fires still being dealt with, but in isolated areas. The major fires suppressed, buildings salvaged, protected, and no major injuries reported at this point.
So as things start to kind of wind down, Serene's gonna find Glane and just kind of do the look and be like, so is this what we think it is?
Weird coincidence, if not.
Crazy. Yeah, we need to examine the parts of the town that were burned and see what was or what was almost destroyed as a cause of it. We can find out the target.
So, I have a feeling using your name around here might be a bad idea. You got a nickname you want to use for the next day or so?
I'll cook something up.
Oh, this guy in the hood here, this is Butts.
I'm 12.
I was gonna go with something generic like Bob, but okay.
And that's my grandson, Butts. All right.
Oh, that's Testabond. Never mind. Okay.
Dude got it. Cool.
This is Testabond. Mr.
Gabagoo.
Oh God.
Propagoo. All right.
Propagoo.
Okay, so you guys have helped with that, and that has earned you a bonus for your sojourn roll, assuming that is what you want to do at this point. Sojourning is a powerful roll that nets the entire team bonuses, provisions.
Did anything good happen? Like a heartwarming side story where Glane was about to be crushed by a beam, and at the last second, here comes George and pushes him out of the way. All better.
I doubt it. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would be resolved within the next 3 days, but
Fine.
We have to have at least one uncomfortable Thanksgiving together.
Exactly. Yeah, that's an important part of the healing process.
So, Serene kind of took charge and started pointing people in directions. So I imagine when things start to calm down, and you did say people in charge were noticing.
Yes, and that nets you that mechanical bonus.
So I imagine they're going to approach us and be like, "Hey, Mayor Bob wants to see you at what's left of Town Hall." Would be like the next logical step in this
Probably
process.
something like that. Assuming you are going to sojourn, we will roll, and that will determine how this next little bit goes. Like, do they reach out to you and want to thank you, or is
that's who we are?
Yeah.
Sojourn with me, senpai.
I mean, the caravan's sitting outside, so they knew where we came from.
Right.
But, and hopefully they made themselves useful in the process too.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know, maybe some of the horses carried buckets or something, I don't know.
So sojourn is a heart roll.
Yeah, that's definitely Torgen's domain.
Yeah. Congratulations, Torgen, you've been volunteered. You have a 3 in your heart skill, which means you're going to get a +4 on the roll, which is pretty good.
What could go wrong?
What
Don't
could
you
go
have
wrong?
Doesn't one of your things give you a sojourn bonus?
Does he have a bonus?
That's why I said I thought he had something for that.
Let's see here. Yes,
I've
but he
misplaced
doesn't
my
have
paper.
the... It doesn't look like he has the actual bubble for it. That is for Slayer 3. When you slay a beast, at least of formidable difficulty, you may take a trophy, and then when you sojourn, you can reroll any dice one time only, as like prove your worth. Like, look what I did. Give me a bonus.
Hey, remember that that iron vow we swore last week?
Uh-huh.
Hey, you know what? I think I want to go up to go up the bubble on that one.
What?
Can I spend my points?
Oh, okay. Well, let's
We
see
haven't really
here.
slain a beast or horror recently.
Fire. We treated fire like a monster. I mean,
Let's see here. So that is the advance move. When you focus on your skills, receive training, find inspiration, earn a reward, or gain a companion, you may spend 3 experience to add a new asset or 2 experience to upgrade an asset.
ooh.
Which narratively, that would be weird to do right now.
Okay. Never mind.
I would like to retroactively turn the clock
I was going
back.
to say, unless I did it, I did it before and just forgot to mention it.
Well, what are you wanting to take?
The thing that lets me re-roll on a sojourn.
Well, okay, so that move, Slayer 3, is when you slay a beast or horror, at least formidable, you may take a trophy and then choose to either power a ritual or prove your worth to gain a reroll on a sojourn roll, one time only. So that's like you're taking the head of the ogre and to prove to the people of the community, like, hey, I've slain the beast. Can I sleep here tonight?
Look at this
Can
bucket I have from
I
where I put out the
crash?
fire.
The fire does
Gling's
not
Wyvern
count
daggers would
as
be
a
more
beast.
helpful.
But honestly, it should have.
See, that was the thing. That's what I was kind of. If we treated it like a battle, then we were literally fighting a fire.
It should have been treated as a beast to be slain. Ah,
Yeah.
missed opportunity. Next time. We've learned.
Okay.
The Iron Sword
Speaking of
system
missed
is very
opportunities, I would
loose.
like to go back in time 8 minutes and do something.
We don't have our time machine with us.
I have a flux capacitor right here.
Oh, well, yeah, it was in my bag the whole time.
Those things are everywhere in the Ironlands.
Grapple the fire. Yeah, if there is another asset that makes sense for you to grab, you can use your experience points on that.
Okay.
That one will
Next
not
time.
help you right now, though, at all.
Okay. Next time.
So keep that in mind. Like, how often do you sojourn during a campaign? Not a lot.
Not that often, no.
Yeah. So consider how often it comes into play. So we're gonna make the sojourn roll any second now. It's coming. Sojourn, venture, no, path, relationship. There it is, sojourn. A relationship move.
Look at me sojourning.
Look at you.
Just
All right, here we
all
go.
over the place.
With a +4, now we are making the roll. There it goes. Ooh, 9. That is a weak hit.
They want more from us.
Well, no, actually, weak hit is pretty easy to, like, there's not really any bad stuff with weak hit. It's just like you don't get as much good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, considering the town was just on fire, they probably don't have that much to spare.
Well, I was really hoping to find somebody to heal Serene.
Yeah, basically, you get to choose one bonus. Let's see. Oh, and you may each choose individually, if you want to, that when you choose, oh, I want to take +1 this, I want to take +1 that. If you want, you can do a heart roll to see if you can get some bonus. However, that's not going to be super useful because most of these are like, oh, I want +1 health, I want +1 spirit, I want +1 supply. The only thing where an extra roll would be useful is if Serene goes for health. Then she could kind of pull a little double or nothing.
Well, +2 puts me at 4. I'd be all right with that.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah, with a weak hit, you're only getting a plus. You're getting a 1 on whatever you choose, so you'd be up to 3 health. Oh wait, no, recover. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at clear condition, but that's not. Yeah, 2. You can choose to have 2 health, spirit, supply, or momentum, or take a quest with a bonus. So Serene's going for the health.
Yeah. The momentum's tempting, but
Yeah.
I suggest y'all take momentum.
I could use some momentum.
That is almost literally the only thing you can take. Is you can take 2 momentum, you can take 1 supply for the whole team, or you can take a quest with a bonus. Those are your 3 options.
I'm taking the momentum, personally.
All right, and Torgan, you have an option here. You may focus on your chosen recover actions and roll heart. That's a +3 in this case. And on a strong hit or a weak hit, you get additional momentum.
Well, then yeah.
But on a miss, you don't get the 2 momentum.
You get nothing.
Hey man, listen, you gotta go big or go home.
All right, Torgan is going to focus on trying to get a little bit more momentum here, and it
I'm gonna have
goes
a nice meal.
It
know?
goes quite well.
Ooh, match.
A match.
4. You
Yeah. Got a 4 against a pair of 3s. So you get 4 momentum for that. Torgan, you just jumped up to 8 momentum. You're almost maxed out.
Yes.
Glane.
Now I can be put in danger more.
Yay!
that whole helping and saving the town and the hero vibes
Mhm.
rejuvenated you, and
That's right.
Well, more of it put him in an advantageous position within the town, so he can kind of like keep moving towards your end goal. Glane,
spoke to your heart.
do you choose the momentum or the supply? 2 momentum or 1 supply?
I was not kidding about stepping back in time a few minutes if you'll hear it out,
Oh,
but I will
yes.
take the momentum.
I'm interested. Okay, he's taking the momentum. Put him up to 6, which is still pretty good. What say you?
So just moments ago, we were in a blazing hot fire.
Mm-hmm.
And he would take that time because electricity does not work in this world. It's very bright here, and I could try to absorb some light.
Okay.
I need light track. I'm out. I'm
The
all
whole
out.
The whole city's on fire, but Glane is thinking of himself. Classic
I can
Glane.
loot the fire.
He's going to loot the fire, ladies and gentlemen.
After I beat it up.
All right, Glane, you will roll wits, which you have a +2 on. See if you manage to loot the fire.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. We have a weak hit. So your light track is set to 3.
Yay! You're a glowy boy.
I am.
Very
I'm a hot dog.
opportunist.
Well, with
Isn't
shadow
there-
people running around, having some lights, shiny light stuff might be useful.
Oh yeah. You know, I could have sworn there was like an actual asset called opportunist or something.
Well, there's one thing that Glane is. It's an opportunist.
All right. You successfully grappled the fire and looted it.
In fact, I was going to use my points on upping my light bear thing, so if that's an appropriate story beat to increase my...
If that's what you want, which is when you perform the ritual, to focus on the light and capture its essence, you roll with an extra +1.
Yeah. Upon powering up,
Yeah, after that.
that bubble gets
okay.
filled in.
So that's what you're going to spend your XP on.
Yep.
Is advancing. All right, got it. Lightbearer 3 unlocked. Ta-da!
Hello, George. I thought we were fighting. No. You were fighting with Glane the Gray. I am Glane the White.
You see, because... All right, there we go. Got it. It has been spent. All right, so the Sojourn was mildly successful, not a strong hit. Oh. So, the what is the leadership of this place look like? It's the Council of Elders. Ooh. Who are in charge of the decisions of the town. They wish to thank you. You know, they see to Serene's wounds. They make sure that she is cared for. They make sure that you are outfitted for your journey as best that you can be. And now there's the matter of you guys wanting to get a little bit of information on, you know, hey, so... Well, what? You know, what do you want to know here? Like, you're trying to find the mana spring, but you don't want to let on that you want to know where the mana spring is.
I'm looking for a horse, but not just any horse.
Gather information.
We're looking for some mystical ruins.
Some
Do you
mystic
elder people?
places.
Do you elder people know anything about maybe some mystical ruins out in the wastes?
Torgan, do you want to gather information about a horse? Do you want to ask a man
It's
about a horse?
It's been a long time since I've asked anyone about a horse.
All right.
And this is the furthest reach of the earth, you know? I mean, this has to be, you know, nobody's heard about it here, it's not this way.
It's true. Complication on your quest or introduction of a new danger. All right, so one of the elders who is named, which is to say they have a name, Vigo? We can't do Torin. Talon, sure. Hi, must mean our horse mayor, the mayor of our...
I do.
No, okay. You want a complication?
I sure do.
Well, it's not often that horses come this way. It's a dangerous road. It's absolutely deadly for most to make the trip. But it's funny you should ask.
Oh?
Yes, a group came through not too long before you. Some days ago, a group of travelers passed through, and with them was a fine steed that none of their group rode. I thought it odd, and they carried off into the waste to the north.
Was it about the same time as the fire started?
Well, no. They've been gone for a while now. However,
Furiously scribbling notes.
However, the bridge over the chasm to the north, that was heavily damaged in the fire.
Of course it was. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, well.
Did you happen to notice any of the people that you're mentioning have anything like this? And I dangle the necklace that I got from George and what's her name?
Is the question for Glane, is that something that the Brotherhood would, display in any way? Or is that more of a, secret decoder ring? Hee hee.
I mean, it depends if, the journey up here, maybe things got kind of fast and loose and maybe it was visible accidentally or...
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
That's the
Like, it's
motto
not a
of the Brotherhood.
super... It's not something we keep super secret, but it's also not something that we advertise.
Right.
Kind of from person to person, how they choose to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not impossible to notice.
Right.
You have to know what it is.
Right. It was something similar to that. Some among the group may have had something like that. I can't say for sure.
Into the group. They're not riding that horse because that horse is talking in a respected member of the group. So, and talks.
Classic. Classic my horse.
They must be looking at us like we're crazy at this point.
Well, you are, so there's that.
No.
Syrian's just kind of peel her palm off of her forehead where it's kind of been stuck for the last couple minutes. and ask and ask kind of whoever the leader of this table is. We are in the business of searching out a series of mystical ruins scattered across the lands. We have reason to believe some of them may be damaged and causing problems. We came across a druid on the way up here, or forester rather, who's described to us symptoms in the wilderness that reflect things we've seen in the past. We believe there's one of these out in the wastes. Do you know of any old ruins or are there any local legends of perhaps mystical elven settlements or anything out this far?
Beyond that bridge that's no longer there.
Oh, elven setup. Well, do you think she means... suppose... let's see. Does this... oh yeah, I keep it in the closet. Well, there is a place far north of here, deep in the wastes. It could have been of elven origin. There once was a city up to the north, long before we settled here. It was once a bustling port, but now it's merely a ruinous graveyard. But perhaps what you seek may be there.
Syrian's taking notes, and she's like, do you know approximately how many days' journey that would be from here?
Oh, I'd say it'd be a formidable journey.
I knew it.
I set you up for that one.
I mean, yeah.
Do you know of any ways to get there that don't include that bridge?
Ooh, now there's a question. The $64,000 question.
We spend a lot of time going across bridges that don't work right.
Seriously. Ooh. All right. What do we got here? Is there another path? Like, all right, the wastes are not, there's nothing of value there. Let's gather information. let's gather information with Serene, which is to say with wits. Is there another way? Weak hit. Something complicating or introducing a new danger.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does actually. Well.
Yes, there is, but you have to go all the way around this long way that takes 3 extra days.
Yeah.
No, it's not formidable anymore. No, it's dangerous.
The bridge has been around for years now, because the Shattered Wastes are not completely devoid of anything of worth. There are some things out there worth traveling for on rare occasion. And so a bridge was constructed by our people years ago. But to really properly get a good bridge, you've got to get people on the other side. There is a pass down into the crevice. And from there, a series of caverns that lead up to the surface eventually. We don't go through those because we've had a bridge. So, I don't know if those are safe. But that is a valid path. I don't know if it'll be a delve or not.
So
Delve is
Probably warmer than being outside the whole time.
Delve is usually a get in, get a thing, leave, out the way you came. It would be weird if the goal was to get to the other side. Not out of the question. Maybe we will use a quick delve on that.
Are there any old maps from the construction of the bridge, perhaps, that we could take a look at?
Wouldn't that be advantageous if there was such a thing?
That'd be nice.
Yes, I think that would be quite the advantage for you. Let
Too bad all of our parchment burned in the fire.
I mean, if it's a miss, that's probably what happened. The library burned down.
Yes, many of our old records were burned in the fire, but by pure happenstance, one of the scribes was there just after the fire had started and alerted us to it, and was able to grab several important documents, including one that will probably get you straight down to the bottom of the crevice through the safest path, providing, for instance, potentially a short-lived advantage for your next bit of progress on your quest.
Perfect.
It's like he's playing some sort of game.
I suggest, so they probably have questions about this environmental plight, so I'm going to suggest they speak with their local forester, Sadia. Hopefully they don't know her by name and roll their eyes at me.
Wheels on our wagon look like dice.
Talk to the dragon lady. Or not the dragon. Talk to the tree lady. So I might suggest that they confer with her further on
Right.
on the state of the wilderness in their area.
Yeah. Is it so here's the question. Is Sadia going to be coming with you guys into the wastes?
I have no idea. That's up to her. And these people here might need her. She might feel compelled to stay and I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't predict her loyalties in this case.
Yeah. She's a wild
I mean, we don't need her.
True. I mean, she definitely has vague, not very well defined occasional advantages with her mysticism. But
she also gets
yeah, she creates a
people
little bit
into
of trouble. Perfect. She's coming with you. Whatever damage is being done to the local ecosystem, she seems to have a bit of a bead on the source through her roots.
Roots, trees.
Because you see,
Yeah.
yeah, she's kind of tuned in to nature in a point that she may not have the same sort of like the feel that Serene has, that sort of sixth sense of the sort of flow of mana. But she is tuned into an entirely different sense that gives her some information, about the health of the trees. And that may be actually a viable way to track down the right direction that you guys need to head.
How is my spidey sense doing?
You haven't really noticed too much at this point. It's kind of weirdly quiet. But maybe that will be changing soon.
Dobbs.
What? All right. So, plan is to travel to the base of the ravine. Search your way through the frosty caverns up towards the surface, and then continue your journey from there on foot, joined by Sadia, George, and Lucia.
Okay.
Goody.
They already have several days head start on us. They're gonna beat us there. This is problematic. But we have to make as best a time we can.
True. I mean, you don't know where they're going at this point. We have very little information.
Most likely scenario doesn't give me fuzzy feelings.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear
More like sinking dread.
when you hear hoofbeats,
Ooh.
yada yada. All right. So when we begin our delve, you guys will actually start with a +1 via the map that you secured, or you can take the 2 momentum.
Which-
Each?
No, it would just be for Serene.
He does need it.
I
She
need
does.
the momentum really badly, but the +1 narratively makes more sense. And it seems weird that the +1 would be a one-time, considering we have a map.
You have a map to the entrance.
Yeah.
And so once you get past that, that's it. Its usefulness is spent.
Depleted. In that case, if it's not going to be an ongoing helpful, I think the momentum will serve better in the long run.
All right. The momentum has been purchased. All right. And that kind of puts us in a good spot for a nice natural end of session 4, with session 5 being the delve through the ravine and surrounding caves.
So while we're getting ready to go, perhaps Lucia and I could take some time to look through what's left and help the scribes salvage anything from the library or records hall or whatever they're calling it. Just kind of some end of round information and plot development
Right.
shenanigans.
Would this be a reasonable time for an advance on with your XP? You know, information gained from conversations with Lucia, or with you know, information spotted in the occasional bits of surviving information you find. Because you still have that XP burning a hole in your pocket.
Yeah, you know, I might find some information on kind of local flora that and some that comes with a recipe that would be really handy, that might buy me Herbalist 3.
Oh. Herbalist 3. Unlocked. When you make camp and choose the option to partake, that is to heal. Well, specifically, hold on. Make camp, partake. Specifically, heal and take -1 supply. You can create a restorative meal, and if you do, you and your companions, not your allies, take +1 health. Any allies who choose to partake also take +1 health and do not suffer supply. So it's a mixed bag.
For one supply, it's a +1 health for everybody, basically.
Well, if you take partake and you spend the 1 supply, you get 1 health. You get an additional health. And then if anyone else also chooses to heal, they also get 2 health instead of 1. But they have to specifically choose to heal with partake, but without the supply loss. But that counts as their use of make camp, which they may have 2, they may have 1.
I think that's worthwhile, and that gives me 2 abilities to choose from at make camp, because I also have the Story Weaver.
That's true.
For relax, which
So
can give us spirit or momentum.
Gives you options.
So I think that we're going to be doing a lot of traveling through wastelands in the near future. So having some options to help boost that and make that an opportunity to make those make camp rolls more advantageous is valuable.
Yeah. So let's see. Torgan, you still have 2 XP that you can spend, and if you'd like, you can upgrade one of your assets. Let's see here. I feel like some of the big ones would be Ironclad. Where is that one? There it is. Combat. When you clash while geared for war, you get an extra +1 bonus. So if you are kind of on your back foot, you're kind of defensive, and you're geared for war, because you always are geared for war. Like that's the one you almost always use. You basically always get a +1 on clash moves.
Yeah, I can't see how that would be.
Well, you have some blade-bound things that might also be very valuable.
I was gonna say I am. I'm looking for
3.
I'm looking for my thingy.
It's in the Discord, you can scroll.
That's what I'm looking. Yeah, I'm scrolling up
to the spreadsheet.
Just several years ago when we started doing this.
Here, I've got all yours. I can just screenshot real quick.
Oh, thank you.
That Bladebound 3.
Yeah, Bladebound 3 is also good. It's kind of a spend some stress, spend some spirit for a harder strike that is more likely to hit and deals extra damage.
Oh my goodness.
But 2 stress every time.
I was gonna say I was looking.
It's like
Can I pass for a moment?
Oh yeah, I mean, we don't
I'm
have to do
sorry.
this tonight.
Okay.
You currently, now that Day has decided on her upgrade, you are the only one with enough unspent XP.
That Loyalist 2 is good.
It is, yeah. Oh man, can you imagine if someone had Loyalist 2 and someone else had Bladebound 3? That would be a combo. You're good, Lavenroft.
Shield Bearer 3. You know what? I just get a new shield every.
Oh jeez, that would.
I just carry an infinite. I have in my pocket just a whole bunch of shields. Like I went through that one.
That would kind of suck. Your shield is like your main, like
Right.
it's on your character art there. That's your shield.
Like, that's fine. You know what? It's fine. Yeah, I'll have to look at these. I'm sorry.
Yeah, take your time on that. We will call it there, and make it so that we get to start the next session right with delving down into the depths. Shield pocket. It's like, you know, you might have a pocket full of stones, you might have a pocket full of shields. Whatever.
I keep a quiver full of arrows.
Yeah.
I got a quiver full of shields.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's check the numbers. There weren't a lot of rolls tonight. That's probably
All
the
of mine
least
were terrible.
rolls we've done. Yeah, Day hit an average roll of 2.7. Keep in mind that the average for a D6 is 3.5, so almost a full die down.
Day's the only one who missed.
That's true. Day is the only one who missed. Let's see. GQ rolled 3 times, and they were all weak hits, but they were all good rolls.
Good
And
pizza
then
rolls.
let's see here. Turtle rolling pretty nice average of 3.3. One thing that I noticed is your bonus Turtle was a 3.5. So every time you rolled, you had some serious bonuses going on.
Woo!
Yeah. You had the best numbers this week, it looks like. Congrats. Winner, winner.
Yes. Winner, winner, ham for dinner.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady. Just classic Turtle.
I mean, it works. If it works. Well, that would, you know what? That went decently, despite the occasional bits of bad rolls that happened. But for the most part, things went great.
As far as we know.
As far as you know. Any parting thoughts from the players tonight? Other than the town being on fire and everything.
Oh yeah, we sojourn with this community, but that's not the same thing as forming a bond with the community,
No,
isn't it?
forming a bond requires a lot more time than just like, hey, we're here. Can we helped you once? Is that cool? It's like usually you have to
We're
help
gonna
them a
go
little
now.
bit more, or you know, be like the soul savior.
Well, we're gonna go find the people who did this to you, right?
Oh yeah. I
We
mean,
could-
if you
we
want,
could
you
swear a vow
you could
to
swear a
them.
vow on your way out.
We can't prove that it was them.
That's true. You're pretty
They
sure.
just swear a vow that we'd
They
find
just
out
need
exactly
someone
who
to
it was.
blame.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever.
Can you sign the vow book on your way out the door, please? Yes, that'll be fine.
Yep. Well, all right. Very fun. Everybody, make sure to follow the players. Well, everyone except for Day stream still.
I mean, I stream like once or twice a year.
Yeah, you just gotta be ready for it. You just gotta be catch
For
it.
games done badly, pretty much.
And then to
That's-
GDP.
That counts. Everybody get ready. It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Just like
Don't say
eight
that.
and a half more months to go.
God, don't say that.
Marking
That's
all the
almost
days
a
on the
baby.
calendar.
That's almost a year.
The D in GDB stands for day.
And the B stands for baby.
Ew. Don't put me in the same sentence with that. Gross.
All right.
You're the one who eats children.
He does. That happened once. All right. Well,
that's how everything works for us, though. That happened once. Well, that's forever.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
That's a meme now.
That's how it happens.
It's like our whole life.
Gabagool!
Gabagool. All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Minecraft Monday tomorrow, if anybody wants to play or watch. And then Wednesday, Dwarf Fortress.
Ring the bell. It's the end.
Ding.